Ladies and gentlemen, 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen,
show,
welcome
Tom.
to the
Take it away.
Oh, good. Shit. This thing's gone downhill. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Maritime Paintball Podcast, episode 377. My God. How does this show keep going? I don't fucking know. Brad just wanders off, and I get stuck here to entertain you poor fuckers. So first of all, this show is brought to you by... Josh Estrada. It's not brought to you by him, but it is brought to you by DefConPaintballProducts.com. You remember that promo code BIGDADDYG, get 10% off everything on the DefCon website that he says you can. Because if he doesn't say you get 10% off, you're fucking bad. You don't get it. Show is also brought to you by Moncton Paintball, which threw its final street ball, the Fall Brawl. Fantastic turnout. Great day of ball. Had an absolute blast. Came in third. So it's either I get my shit pushed in or I end up in third place. It's not so bad. I can live with that. We had a good turnout. We had some great refs. We had great players. We had old. We had new. Even the legendary Miss Ashley from Moncton Paintball came out and played with us. And did not do bad. You missed it. You missed it. Miss Ashley geared up and went out and played. I got to go toe-to-toe with Heather Brown again for the third time. Going to give you two guesses how it went, and the first two don't count.
Your shit got pushed way in.
Less this time. She was a little less drunk this time. And
so a little less belligerent?
No, a little slower. You give her enough booze, that chick will fuck your day right up.
Okay.
And she is by far like one of the sweetest people that I've ever met on the field. Like, there's very few people that are nicer than Heather until she gets 3 drinks in her, and then she sounds like fucking Chirpy. Well, Chirpy sounds like her. And he only wishes he could chirp a motherfucker as good as she can because she has a natural advantage. She's a better paintballer. So, poor Wiley's going to look like, fuck you, dude. Also, because I'm a little spacey, as you can tell, I have been using products that were brought to me by the Rip King in Fredericton, New Brunswick. That's right, the Rip King. You can go see Big Black Sam, and he really is big. He really is black, and his name really is Sam. But if you go in and you tell him that the King of Paintball sent you, I'm sure he'll hook you up with a deal. What'll it be? It'll be whatever the fuck Sam says it is. Because if Sam doesn't say it, the Rip King's going to tell you, and believe me, Big Black Sam, less scary than the Rip King when he's cranky.
Oh.
But they got blunts, bongs, all the good stuff that you need to put this in here and sound like this. I smoked so many blunts this weekend. Myth, most of the time. It's fake it till you make it, Blair. Haven't you figured that out yet? The only reason I'm a myth, I'm a king.
I thought that was how Blair did all his reffing. Oh!
Through myth and fear.
I was going to say fake it till you make it, but now I'm scared.
I'd be scared too. He'll just rain down penalties on you next time he sees you. No, he won't. He'll just rain them on me because I deserve them. You get belligerent with people, I fuck up.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
What wife?
Yeah.
Fun fact, she's a lesbian and she left. So it's just me now. I've lost my mind. So I don't tell my wife anything. A much easier solution.
I think it's B-Rad.
B-Rad Page. Do you know B-Rad? Do I know B-Rad?
Yeah.
I'm sure I do.
I mean, I don't think you've met him in person, but he's been floating around the podcast for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about, because this is the Maritime Sandwich Podcast, and we had a delicious smoked meat sandwich this weekend, and Brad has discovered the true secret of Schwartz's smoked meat.
The bread.
It's the bread.
It's the bread.
It's that steamed fucking bread. But myths, legends, things that we've all grown up with in paintball.
Yeah. So
And yes, I am so sure frozen paintballs has to be the number one paintball myth that I challenge anyone to find me one that's more prevalent. I don't think there is.
I really
Because
don't
every
think
single
there
person
is.
has messaged that has told me this are like frozen paintballs. I'm like, yeah, but that's easy. Bag fed players are good paintballers. Myth. The pores don't complain. Myth. I love this. I love
So one thing
that paintball is for everyone. That's true. It's not for bitches. It's just not for bitches.
Maritimers don't drink. That is absolutely a myth.
Who the fuck told you that?
So fun fact about
lying bastards.
Fun fact
That's not a myth. That's a straight up
lie. The frozen paintball thing, because I looked it up. I was like, I want numbers. I want raw data. So anybody who says that they froze a paintball is lying through their teeth, because I just looked it up, and the freezing temperature of propylene glycol, or polyethylene glycol, which is what's in most paintballs, it's PEG, is negative 59 degrees Celsius, and the average home freezer goes to minus 18. Minus 20, 25 if you really push it. So there's no way you can freeze a paintball. You can freeze the gel coating on it, and then when you fire it, it'll just shatter inside the barrel and just make a mess. So that is absolutely a myth. That's a boring one. Right? Everybody's
that's the fastest busted myth ever. But we all knew it wasn't true.
Right?
But we've all had that one asshole tell us about how his cousin shot him with frozen paintballs.
Right? Freeze a nylon ball and just fucking send it.
Cameron, you're supposed to be like the nicest dude in the world. What the fuck?
Right?
Has marriage already fucked you up this much that you're like, fucking freeze some nylon and kill the cocksuckers? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna freeze some fucking reballs. I can't imagine that doing it. I've never played reball, so.
Oh my god, that was just so aggressive.
I know. You had a couple good ones. You sent me a couple that kind of made me chuckle.
There was the barrel, the longer barrel makes it more accurate. And I fully blame, honestly, I blame Tippmann for this one, because I'm trying to find them online right now. But Tippmann for the longest time sold like every length of barrel you could think of. Like
I've seen some fucking like
they have like 20-inch barrels.
Like, what the fuck are you doing with a barrel this long? On a 98 custom.
Yeah, there it is. The Combat Classic Tactical Barrel 20-inch barrel for the Tippmann 98. 20 inches. No. Lead Farmer is throwing some shade, but I'm going to back that one up 100%. So yeah, the whole longer barrel thing is just absolute bullshit. There is a sweet spot.
Going up.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Send it up.
Oh, lead, buddy. You must have heard us talking about you this weekend, because we were in Quebec, and who else is there to see? Nobody. So
compensating with a 20-inch barrel. It's 20-inch barrels are for people who can't hit anything, and the accuracy isn't because the barrel's length. It's because you can just poke the motherfucker in the face with it.
The Mirabelle Army play fair. That's not a myth. Nobody's ever said that they do. That's not shade, because they get away with it, and those fuckers can shoot. It's not a myth.
That's not a myth. That's
just
a lie.
Defamation if it's not true. Yeah, it's just a straight lie. Like, fuck off.
Yep. Yeah, giving kid that already plays paintball a free marker will help grow the sport. No, it won't. Amazing. So what else we have?
The sodium out into the chat tonight.
Oh, it's great. I love it, folks. We've been away. We've been gone, and things are going to get a little weird in the next 3 weeks. So hopefully it won't detract from the show.
Your weirdness from your job, or my weirdness from
I think
my shitty life.
Combination of the two.
Because it's been weird for months.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, I start my new job on the 16th.
Yeah, boy.
Yep. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Quality of life is going to go way up. What's the other one? Military tactics work in paintball. They do not. Stop using them. And I'm not talking about the typical, like, slice the pie, that kind of nonsense.
Up he sees me down, like,
Yeah.
common sense shit.
Yeah. It's the whole, like, bust out the radios. We're going to use commands and hand signals, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, you've never played with any of these people before. Nobody fucking knows who you are. Nobody's going to listen to you. And I don't care if you're the general of a big game and there's 1,000 players or 200 players. Nobody fucking cares. What's this? Dirty paintball is okay to shoot in a shitty rental marker. It's just a lie by Big Paintball to get you to buy more paint.
Like, God damn it, Cameron.
I can't argue it.
Well, if it's just shitty old rental Tipman, yeah, you can put a dirty paintball through it and it'll still shoot. It's a fucking dirty old rental Tipman. You know, the ones with the yellow rental sticker on the side and the fucking...
Or, I mean...
the bolt on top.
It's a 98 custom. It'll shoot a rock, let's be honest. True. They'll shoot damn near
somebody
anything
mentioned marbles earlier. I saw marbles go
Marbles
by in the
won't
chat. Blair, thank you.
I don't think a marble will
Marbles
work.
won't work?
No.
I don't think so.
I think they're too heavy.
They're too big. Sorry, I'm stretching.
I think it's like they're either too big to fit down the barrel or they're too small and the air moves past them and the marble just kind of rolls out because they're too heavy.
Blair, can you fill us in on that one?
I mean, like, I would test it, but I'm not willing to shoot a marble out of any of my markers and risk damaging it. So, yeah, Blair, you figure that one out for us. Thanks.
I got a fucking A5. It probably already shoots a marble. Like, that's hyperbole, kids.
For legal reasons, everything said on this podcast is for humor and entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly.
Just start every podcast.
Word of the day.
Just every podcast is just going to be, ladies and gentlemen, allegedly welcome to the Maritime, and then just go from there.
They do.
All right,
according to
maybe
Cliff.
they do. We'll have to check that out. Widowmaker did the test after the incident at Commando a few years back. I don't. But what did they find out? Finish the thought, Blair.
Yeah, if there's a YouTube video, throw me a link or I'll go find one.
I'd love
cool.
to. Yeah, I'd love to see it.
First strikes are worth $348 plus tax. First strikes make you a better paintballer.
First strikes are not worth $348. I cannot justify that kind of money on a first strike.
We're all poor if that's the case, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of those famous e-celebs that bitch all the time, I bet he can afford $348 plus tax.
I mean, you know what? A 300 round box, it's $169. I can kind of get behind that. I'm okay with it.
Marbles traveled around 15 feet at 12 feet per second.
Okay, cool. So I can throw a marble harder than that.
Slingshot will do the trick better.
Yeah. You know who said they got hit by marbles?
No.
A certain individual who dragged my name through the mud for a year and nearly ruined this podcast about 5-6 years ago.
Oh, that fuckstick.
Mm-hmm.
We don't say his name. We don't.
No, he was also banned from. You can throw a fit better.
I've seen him throw a fit, and I will tell you, it goes faster than 15 feet at 12 FPS.
I didn't throw a fit.
No, you didn't.
I'm
going to start telling people that you were throwing pallets around and questioning Adam's like lineage. You compared it to something between a hamster and a bull weevil. I'm just going to come up with something more ridiculous every time, considering it was really not that overly offensive.
Anyway,
I couldn't tell the story and do it justice now because it's built up in my head so much that
I didn't yell at Adam.
No, he yelled in the general direction.
No, I yelled at Sean.
Oh, yes. See, See, that's
Look,
impressive.
it turns out that me plus heat plus tired plus hungry plus paintball.
No shit. Yeah, yeah, and you're complete for a podcast. You're a complete lack of a social battery, which is what they have me for. Oh,
Yeah.
I saw Mark. He came to Moncton this weekend. Mark was the kind gentleman who hooked me up with the fattest joint I've ever smoked. And anyone who's at PRZ saw me toddling around with that giant fucking thing. He's gonna get me another one. He's gonna bring me one because he's telling people like how much we smoked that weekend and walking around that field. Nobody believes him. Beer. Oh, here's the one. I don't know. This isn't a myth because I've seen Heather prove that booze makes you a better paintballer. I don't understand how that works.
Okay,
I am I am slower.
I have a theory to that. I have a theory why a little bit of booze makes you a better paintball player. Not drunk, just a little bit of booze. Same reason why it makes you a better pool player. You stop overthinking. You just react.
You know what? I will accept that answer.
So you got to find the right balance because like too much and your reaction goes way down and you're all cloudy and you're all fucked up.
It goes way sideways.
But just enough. For me, it's two beer, and I'm like, fuck, let's go. So maybe that's what I need to do. Next time we go to a big game, I'm just gonna shotgun 2 beer, and then we're good to go.
I like it.
Right?
Blair throws axes after a few drinks. That's fucking scary. I don't throw axes because of a bad shoulder. It'll just go, and then my arm's just gonna die. So the only kind of motion I like to make this is when I got my booze, my drink. I had somebody dare shit talk my grumpy old man jersey. Said,
What?
I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, we played against them. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I'm still a
and?
grumpy old man. Get fucked. That's all right. He had Burke on the back of his jersey, so I told him what kind of a piece of shit he was. Don't you worry about that. Those damn Burks. Fucking Frenchmen.
I'm still trying to figure out why you got tripped for wearing their jersey.
Because he played against them and they didn't place well. I think they had a rough tournament.
That's fine. They're all like double everyone's age.
They're all older than me, and
Yeah.
I'm double everyone's age.
They are there to compete and drink beer. Not necessarily in that order.
Blair, next time I see you, if I've got my glasses with me, ask to look through them. If you can fucking walk a straight line with my glasses on, that statement will make a lot more sense. You want to talk about jerking off till you're blind? I take these things off and it's fucking nothing, bud. Rhino, nice to see you. I hope that I'm thinking maybe you should just hitch a ride with Scotian. Come down, come visit us. Be pretty sexy.
Do it. Just do it.
Be
There's
pretty sexy.
a pretty dope MagFed competition coming up in like 2 weeks.
And there's a really dope medal involved because there's no prizes.
Mm-hmm.
I
I don't know, Greg.
I appreciate you even trying, Rhino.
Yeah,
I do appreciate
I
you
appreciate you
trying.
trying, Rhino,
Mr. Leahy.
but my professional opinion right now is that you're looking a little sick, and I'm thinking you might need to take some time off in like 2 weeks.
Holy shit, AJ Corbett has returned to visit us. It has been a hot minute, buddy. Welcome back. I gotta send a message. Fuck, I gotta send a message to Chad Bob later.
Oh, okay.
Send him money.
Oh, that kind of
Send
message.
him more money. Yeah, I gotta send him more money. That FSC's gonna do me some good, I think.
More money,
It
more
looks like
money,
it's
more
gonna-
money.
Oh, what are you sorry for? You can listen to us on Spotify. You can listen to us. You can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on Twitch, and you can download us wherever your podcasts are found, so you can listen to us later. It's okay. We don't mind.
It's true. It's true. You can find us pretty much everywhere. I don't think there's a podcasting website that we're not on. So find us there. Jaden, what's going on over on
Hey,
YouTube? What's going on? It's been a little. We're talking paintball myths. Which one would we talk about? Military tactics. That's right. That one does. We got sidetracked on that one.
Yeah, military tactics. I saw camouflage go by. Camouflage makes you harder to see.
Okay, so
I've seen
hold on.
ghillie suits where that works. I've seen it work, but it's not practical.
So what
Fun.
the big problem is that a lot of dudes are buying. I say dudes, but frozen AJ. I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to kick you in the balls.
I'll fucking cut you, you little shit.
The
You just got here. Leave him alone.
So what happens is these dudes buy camo, right? And they're like, "This looks really dope," and they put it on, and they like the way they look in the mirror, and they look really great in their mom's basement. But they don't realize that like what they're wearing is basically like either urban or desert camo, and then they're wandering out into like the boreal forest where it's green, like everything is green. Or
I
they're
just had a flash of Millhouse putting on his camouflage when they go to fucking get the lemon tree back from Shelbyville. Am I over here? Or maybe I'm over here.
it's exactly it, right?
That is what I'm picturing.
And like, or they're like dressed like in all black because it's a night game, and it's just like, bro, nobody can see shit anyways. It doesn't fucking matter. Like,
I think I'd rather see the tactical guys do their thing purely because the ones that are truly tactical are like you and your Boogaloo gear. They're perfectly aware of it,
it's
and that's what makes it funny. If you're aware that you're a shit, it makes it funnier than if you're not aware.
exactly Peter Griffin in his clown suit. You guys are stupid. They're gonna be looking for army guys. Rain-X window spray in your barrel makes your shots faster.
I understand the theory. I kind of get why that would be a thing somebody would say.
Yes, it would also be
But at the same
it
time,
would wear off after the first shot. Would it not? Like,
oh, that's a good one, Paul.
yeah.
It's us speedballer players trying. Myth: speedball players don't hide; they stand at the back of the field. That's it. The myth is that they hide. They don't. They stand at the back of the field and lob paint 600 feet and hope to like maybe bounce a woods baller who's gonna go, fuck it.
Because woods ballers
Had
seem
a
to
ref
like apply
wave
new
me
rules
off.
to themselves.
I had a ref wave me off in the middle of the tournament. Like, I got shot in the foot, and he's going like this. And I looked at him, I looked at my foot, wiped my foot, stood up, and walked off the field because I could hear the guy that shot me screaming, check his foot, check his foot. I'm like, I know I'm hit. Like, yeah, no, it's okay, dude. I'm fucking hit, man. And I just get up and walk off the field.
Right? Give me a minute.
No, he was super cool. And Buddy was really funny after. We were cracking up about it. He's just like, fucking woods ballers, man. I'm like, you can't beat it out of me. I've tried. You just stand up and walk off the field.
Blair, cracking your barrel lowers your FPS at chrono. I remember dudes used to do that. They would unscrew their barrel, take the shot, and it'd be like, and then they'd tighten it back up. I don't know if it really ever worked proper. Like, you'd have to really, really unscrew the barrel to get like that FPS to go down, especially if you're running like autococker threads or spider threads. Like, those are tight threads.
Yeah, those are long.
Right?
They're long
98.
threads.
If you crack the barrel, it's just gonna fall off. Like, it's what, one and a quarter turn. Snake runners do run up. That does happen a lot. Those are the dudes that are like, it's like buzzer goes off, it's like bam, and they just sprint.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're gone. This fucking cat is like digging through. Do you hear this?
Terry, is that Terry or is
No,
that
it's
the one
Finn.
with the
It's
stash?
a little bastard. Yeah, it's the Fuhrer.
Yeah, it's the Führer kitty. Like, man, that mustache has been ruined, and Finn just rocks it like a pro.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I can't wait. New place soon. It's gonna be great. When is the deadline? There is no registration. There is no deadline. Just show up. That's the best part. You just show up, pay, you get to play. It's that easy.
Yeah. Don't have a mag-fed gun? I am not guaranteeing, but I'm pretty fucking sure it's not going to be hard to find a spare gun.
I've definitely got one.
Like, it will not be hard to find a spare marker that day.
Yeah.
Screaming at me to check a player, buy a tree, bunker guy, wasted our...
still clean. Yeah. Yeah, the camouflage thing, military tactics. Oh, first strikes are dangerous. That's a big myth. I will fight that one tooth and nail. First strikes are not dangerous.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck. And anybody who's just like, well, they're made of plastic, so they'll cut you. I've been split open by a paintball. So, first strikes are fine. Yada, yada, yada.
Real bullets aren't dangerous either. It's just the stupid motherfuckers using them.
Right? We aren't playing Canada Cup. Ooh. There might be a
We
young
might
blood
have the
team.
young bloods. I'm thinking that my money is going to probably be on those young bloods unless we've got some seasoned players coming up to show them how it's done. I would say that's a that's a nasty little team.
Yep.
If it's the 4 that we were talking about, those are 4 mean little bastards, and I would say that'd be the team to watch out for.
Yep. Yep. That'd be cool.
Also, if you don't have
Excuse
a team, you can show up. We'll make a team for you. Odds are we know most of the players.
We can either...
So we're not going to put you with an asshole. We're going to be like, okay, who do we think?
Well, and that's
Because
the
if
thing.
I'm
So,
not playing,
like,
I'm going to want everyone to gel. I want y'all to have fun.
if you show up and we make a couple, maybe we make a couple of pickup teams, right? Maybe we make 2 teams worth of pickup players, and you've got 1 player or 2 players left over. We'll just stick to another team. The fee is not per team; it's per player, right? So you can just tag on to another team. You can only field 3 players, but you can have 4 or 5 players on a roster, easy, right? So it's,
Marc Andre, yeah. Man, I did a nice run during street ball, took off across the field, and I went right up behind him. And from my count, I only fired 2 shots into him.
beauty.
He's just like, no, dude. He's like, you put like 8 into me. I just went to and I just raked up the back end, ran up to the bunker. They had told me, oh my God, Jeremy, Harrington, one of the boys that plays speedball, and he's like, stick to the bunker. And I said, okay. So I went and I like coated myself from the chin to the toes with paint. I had Captain Hennigar. I had fucking shrapnel. I had paint all over me.
Shrapnel.
And I just rubbed myself against the bunker. And when the ref ran up to me, I turned around and looked at him. I went, fucking check me. I'm just covered. I went, fucking check me. And he just checked me over. And I'm like, I've got chunks of shell from the bunkers all over me. And he's just like, you're good.
Hey man, that works.
Oh yeah, man. I just like humped the bunker and everything. It was bad. He was fucking tough. He was solid though. There was a lot. I had a lot of fun street ball's almost always fun. As long as you get on a team that you can gel with. Every so often, you get thrown on a team where,
Doesn't quite jive.
fuck it, I'm a pothead, and if I get thrown on a team with other people who are like about that shit, we're not gonna have a good time. We're not gonna gel.
No, street ball's not for that, man. Street ball's, it's supposed to be a pickup league, right? It's supposed to go have some fun. It's supposed to help introduce players. You motherfuckers going in there and like kicking indoors and being like, this is as important as the Canada Cup. And like, yeah, you suck my nut.
Pull a Tom. What do you mean, Dustin?
You got to pull
Or
Tom.
did you pull a Tom? Oh, you got to pull me, yeah, because I got shot on the hopper and I didn't notice. And he just like really calmly walks over to me. He goes, "Hey, you're shot on the hopper." I'm like, "Well, fuck, I am." Okay, dude. Yeah, no problem. And I just walked off the field. It was
toddle
the
off.
nicest. Yeah, that's my expression, toddling around, because I just, I kind of just bob around and
See, now,
wander off.
like, if I was him and I got the opportunity to pull you, I would have ran up and just fucking smoked you with a yellow flag. Just
Anyone would have, it would have been him. It would have been him, because that kid has been waiting to throw majors on me for so much, and I don't cheat knowingly. So I'm pretty sure that's a minor,
okay. Legitimate question.
because I don't understand how that works.
Completely off topic.
Please.
But when you see when like watching watching the Windy City or anything like that, right? Like watching the NXL games. Do the refs practice throwing those flags? Because I don't think I'm capable of throwing a flag directly into the air like they are. Like mine would go like over my back and into the crowd, or it would go like far forward. But these guys are just like whoop, and it goes straight up vertical. Like They must practice that.
I think some of them do. It would Blair. I have not committed the sin since, and I have been told that my Dead Man Blues made everybody laugh when I was singing on the field. Because fuck you, I wasn't gonna stop. I'm gonna tell them a goddamn thing. I learned my lesson. Put my head down and I start singing songs, but I'm not falling for that shit.
Yeah, hit on the loader.
Oh yeah, the hit on the motor was a minor. Okay, well, I was out, so he was just like,
Yeah, no, it's just
how dare you make the proper call, referee?
Yeah,
You pieces of shit.
think
It
you're a
was
real
funny,
ref,
Blair.
making
I
real
took my
calls.
fucking. I took my lumps like a good boy. I've told you that good sportsmanship is important. So when you fuck up, you admit to your CO that you fucked up and take your beatings.
Or you stand on a pallet and scream at them. Yeah, I didn't throw one though. No, you didn't have to.
No.
Oh, what was the other myth? Oh, the final myth that I put down there, and then we'll probably wander off onto tangents. Was and I had to put this just because I got to turn that blade. Is that mag-fed players are good paintballers?
Just saying. I mean, again, I've never said that I was a good paintballer.
No, and that's the funny
not a good
part is we both play mag-fed.
That's the joke.
Right? Speaking of which, folks, keep an eye out. There might possibly be a shirt coming out that says mag-fed players are not good at paintball. Just because we can.
I still say terrible is the better word.
All right, I think that's what it says. Paintball players are terrible at paintball. Or mag-fed players are...
Yeah, mag-fed players are terrible at paintball.
Yeah, I think that's what it says. Yeah, we're definitely coming out with that because we can. Basically, here's the idea is that when Elvis Presley was super popular, his manager also commissioned buttons and T-shirts that say, "I hate Elvis Presley."
Yeah, Colonel Tom, that greasy bastard.
He made a lot of money.
I didn't say he didn't. I said he was a greasy bastard. His name was Colonel Tom. Like, give you a hint what we're dealing with here.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely in the works because we can, because it's funny and it's yes.
Necessarily untrue.
Right. So, what else is going on? What else we got going on? The medals are going into the shop. I got to go talk to the medal people tomorrow about getting the medals all done up, and then
Nice.
yeah, just today was payday, so.
Slapsticks.
Yeah, that is going to happen probably about a week before. We've decided instead of flags, we're going to move with slapsticks. Going to get the ground anchors, which we discovered the perfect little gadget for that. So we could attach them to the field without having to modify the field. And yeah, we're
Amazing
gonna
what you can do when you have that many blunts and that much time.
right. You got 8 hours on the car, and you're just like we just started brainstorming because it's what we do best. Because you know the party animals that were saying that Quebec City didn't know it was going to hit them were asleep.
Before they passed out before JEPA.
Yeah, I
Like the two of them,
we were in Quebec.
they didn't make Quebec.
They didn't make Quebec?
Fuck no.
Oh, I thought they made Quebec.
Fuck no. We were just past. I think we were in Grand Falls,
Oh, maybe.
and they were asleep. Like, yeah, we did not make Quebec, and the two of them were passed out. One of them did not smoke a single goddamn puff. Just tried to kept
Just
trying to open the
residual.
window. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some of my finest work, I must say.
Yeah, so the medals
I
that
must
we're
say.
doing slapsticks. That's pretty much it. And then it's just a matter of getting everybody out there, and we're going to have a good time. The CMC is going to be fantastic this year. I've already booked the time off. And then actually the Monday after the CMC is when I start my new job. So can't complain.
Basically, if I can reschedule my minor surgery, I'll play.
I'm going to
If
kill
I
those
can't
cats.
if I cannot reschedule my minor surgery, I will be on the field as a personality and that's it. Because, well, you can't really play, but I can at least walk. So
Sorry, the cats
Could
are
be
driving
worse.
at the wall.
I can see that. Maybe you should get them a plastic bag and put it on the floor so that they sit on it. Bet you didn't think I was going to say that, did you fuckers?
Anyways,
I still like those cats better than the dog.
oh god, yeah.
Dustin and Jeremy were able to drain 2 full pens on the way to Ottawa. That's not bad.
That's cute.
That's not bad. That's just fucking reefing on a vape for fucking 12 hours, right? So
Yeah, but did they actually enjoy it, or are they just at that age and like at that point with a vape where they just can't stop?
what do you mean at that age?
I don't know. They're like the vaping generation, aren't they? They're like, vaping is cool. 1 second.
I smoke cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes. I like my vapes. He's going to beat those cats. You know that. Somebody please. Somebody please save those poor kittes. Weed pens, yeah, I know. They're not too shabby. Oh. All right, he's back.
Weed pens, though, not whatever. You kids these days with your fucking technology. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's the CMC, and then it's pretty much like that's not the end of. I think that's the end of the season for me.
Well, that's just unfortunate. You should have just waited till you're out of Quebec to eat, dumbass. Operation Valor, I'm not going to make it, unfortunately, but anybody who's listening should definitely go check out Operation Valor and see Alpha 22. Always a great cat to party with and run into on the field.
Okay. We're good.
AJ Corbett, once again, understanding the law of the land. My bong is not with me. I didn't bring it with me on the trip. I really thought the co-pilot, the co-smoker, was going to be a little more of a challenge, and it wasn't necessary. I didn't even have to bring out the shatter. Like,
yeah.
Just did the trick with blunts, man.
It's funny though, like driving to Quebec City was a joke compared to driving to Ottawa. Like, you know what I mean? Or to Picton. Like, it was just,
oh, we're going to Quebec City? Oh, look at this cute little drive we have to go on.
Right? I'm just like, dude.
Oh, look at that. I'm home before fucking 10 o'clock. I actually have an evening. Oh.
For real, right? And Dustin ordering Subway in French. Oh, is the intern up?
Nope. There's a lot of fire trucks and ambulances around here again.
Oh. Anyways, the trick to ordering in French is you just walk up and go numéro 2.
Le meatball.
Le meatball. Le teriyaki chicken. And was it the what is it? Sweet onion teriyaki. Sweet onion chicken teriyaki.
It's like you order in when you go into Subway if you're in Quebec, you go order anything and you see French fries and say poutine, and you should be able to get food. Like, fuck, man. Okay, my worst was taking my brother to Tim Hortons, and the motherfucker doesn't speak any French. And he's like, "Can you order me a coffee?" I'm like, "You say gros double. They'll figure you out, man."
Right.
They know you're a squarehead. They can smell you as soon as you come in the parking lot. They already hate you, Englishmen. So it's okay.
Smell the English
Just
on
don't.
you.
Oh my god, you can. Yeah.
It smells like margarine.
It smells like margarine and shitty tea. Ugh, and Earl Grey.
And chicken.
There we go.
It's margarine and chicken gravy instead of the proper brown gravy.
It's fucking terrible.
It is.
Sorry. I'd say my beef, but now that you remind me of chicken gravy, that filthy shit. It's fucking turkey bacon. Who the fuck? What sane person? None. I'm sorry. Fuck you, man.
Welcome to the Maritime Food Critic Podcast.
Fuck that. You know what? I will call a vegan, and I'll be like, "Yo, cook me some, make me some vegan bacon," and I will eat that and be happy about it quicker than I would be eating that fucking turkey bacon shit. I trust a vegan. If they tell me that they can make a cheeseburger, I'm going to assume that they've eaten a cheeseburger before and thus understand what it's supposed to taste like. I
Speaking of
don't
which, I want
trust
to
a
try.
blind guy to make a
I think
car.
I think the next trip we make, I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm gonna go out of my way and I'm gonna get Beyond Meat Burger because I don't want to order like I don't want to buy 5 or 6 patties. I'm just gonna go to like A&W or some shit and get like Beyond Meat Burger. I want to try that, but I don't want to spend a lot of money.
I've had the veggie burger at BK years ago, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah, let's check it out.
But I've never tried the Beyond Meat. So Cliff understands the power. Montreal, so you're still kind of English. You're
I was gonna say
kind of
I was
French.
born in Montreal, so you escaped. No,
I mean, listen, give me Montreal over Quebec City any day of the week, twice on Sunday.
absolutely. I like Montreal. We'll have to go back.
We will. It'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
can go see a concert that isn't fucking wailing. Morgan Wallen. I thought it was wailing. Well, I kept saying I'm like Waylon Jennings. I mean, fuck, I'm in for that. Oh, it's not. Shit.
Navigated Montreal coffee or traffic before morning coffee. But if it was before morning coffee, how early was it? Because Montreal traffic's pretty mundane before about 8 a.m.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
No,
I
I
don't
know
think
when
I can give you a
I
satisfying answer.
the first time I ever had to drive the boss's truck and haul the trailer, which was the big trailer. I had to haul that out of Halifax. I got my ass up at 5 a.m. so I could beat all the traffic.
Ugh.
Uh,
Ew.
well, you know what? That was the first time I'd ever driven a truck with a trailer. So
But I mean, you did the right thing, but still, I'm gonna maintain my statement of ew.
oh, it sucked, but I was home by like 10. Excuse me.
I've heard that that's a gig. You can just drive car. There's some places that just need you to drive cars back and forth to Halifax.
There is.
Yes.
You can do that with. There's rental cars, car companies. They'll have you do that. They'll move. They'll get you to move the cars back and forth. And then you can do it with U-Haul too. U-Haul will pay big money for you to drive their trucks back and forth to locations.
Oh shit. Well then, I know I got a guy I got to call Monday then.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good,
Like,
good thinking. I didn't realize that because fuck yeah, I'd do that.
yeah, because like if somebody like books a U-Haul and they're like, "Yo, I need a 12-foot U-Haul or whatever, right? Like 12-foot truck or whatever they got," and a location doesn't have one, they can get it requested.
bring one in.
Yeah, they can bring it in. Yeah, yeah, and somebody has to drive it there.
Make that.
'cause-
I can make that work with my hours.
Yeah. It's a buddy of mine actually was telling me. Complete sidetrack off the podcast. Buddy of mine was doing that
It's okay.
for a little
It
while.
just occurred to me. So
No, a buddy of mine was doing it for a job, but what it was is that they were opening a new U-Haul location, so they had to go to a different one and grab a bunch of U-Hauls and drive them out. So they sent a team of like 10 dudes, and each one picked a U-Haul. So the cops pulled them over, trying to figure out why there was 10 U-Hauls in a convoy trying to leave the city. Because it straight up looked like somebody had just knocked over a U-Haul location. And this was also at like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. in the morning or something like that, because that's when they got into the city. So, yeah. Went back to visit, stopped at the gas station in my hometown. The guy ignored us until I got out of the car and said, "I need gas in French." Ends up it was someone I went to school with. Dumbass.
my ex-wife stopped because her wiper broke in Quebec City, and she got out of the car. She goes to a gas station, not a grocery store, and she goes, "J'ai besoin des essuie-glaces." That's what we were told they were called, essuie-glace wipers. They look at her like she's got 8 heads, and she kind of she points to the car and what she's looking for, and she's looking at them funny. "Oh, tu veux dire des wipers?" She said she was so fucking angry because I'd have been angry. I'm in Quebec. I'm gonna look to use the right fucking word. Des wiper. It's like, fuck off. What are you from Trackety, you motherfucker?
I ran into that up north when I was living in northern New Brunswick. They would say things like they came into our Walmart thinking that we had like we were a bigger like we were converted to a super center, and they thought we had like tires and shit like some of the big ones do.
Yeah.
And Buddy came in asking if we sold tires, but the only reason I knew he was saying that because everything was French except for the word tire. Like everything,
Tire.
everything, tire, and I was like, for a tire, like car tire, like car tire. He's like, yeah, and I'm like, no. Also,
Fun fact, no, but I'm intrigued by your. I'm
right?
intrigued,
I used to
cautiously aroused.
I used to run into that problem all the time up north, though. People ask me questions in French. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I don't speak English. And then in perfect English, they'd just be like, never mind, I'll find somebody else. I'm like, what? Like, anyways.
Oh, I could hear the wizard reeing on that one, man. Because
Northern New Brunswick, ladies and gentlemen. Northern New Brunswick.
Yeah.
So besides the
Yeah,
CMC
that's
coming,
lovely
let's see if
place.
we can get this back onto paintball for the last 10 minutes. Besides the CMC, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it out to any other games because CMC is in the middle of October, and then we're pretty much the Moncton field shuts down in November, and
Yeah, not long into November they shut down. It starts to just getting cool, and the nights come early.
yeah, and I mean the ground gets frosty at night, and then it's swampy during like it gets softer in the day, and he doesn't want the grass all trampled to shit, which I totally understand.
No. He really does have a fantastic field, and he tries to take really good care of his field, so I don't blame him.
No, me neither.
And even the town, like he really takes care of that grass because you want to be able to run it for a lot of years and not destroy your property. So
Well, that's what happens to a lot of paintball fields is they run into the issue where they let people play rain or shine all day every day, run, and then the ground is gone. So like there was a great field. It was outside of St. John here. It was in the Long Reach Peninsula, so it was called Long Reach Paintball. And
okay, yeah, I've heard of it.
we played that field so much, so hard, there was no soil left around the trees. So you would make a mad sprint, and you were just running on roots, on the root system. That's it. There was no dirt until you hit a certain point, and then it went back to dirt. But there was a legitimate part of the field where like you couldn't kneel, you couldn't lay down, and if you ran the wrong way, you were breaking an ankle. Like it was bad.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So I like the fact that he actually prevents people from running on it. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't paintball through the winter because we still have Hillsborough that we can go party at, right? So we got to organize some shit
friends in
around that.
Hillsborough Oh, they absolutely. I know they run usually 3 games a winter. I think they play one a month or one every 3 weeks.
Yeah, they do the winter series, which
Dude, I'm going back for it.
No,
Give a shit.
absolutely.
Those guys were so much fun, and it wasn't cold.
no, it really wasn't.
I wore my standard, my old standard kit, which was the HK pants, and I've just gone the route of John Cena, and I just wear jorts, and they have served me well. I don't make those crazy dives, and I'm playing woods balls, so
Yeah, and I've just wore the
It's not so
DEFCON
bad.
sweater and paintball pants. Like, and I was golden. I think I was sweating a lot at one point. Like, I think the hoodie actually started to get a little damp, which is kind of the opposite of what you want to happen. But yeah, they're gonna have some stuff rolling.
oh, for sure.
I'm hoping maybe
The best pits and the best fucking
best staging area in the province, hands down.
Oh, no question. And again, that's no shade to our home field, but this is a staging area unlike anything you've ever seen. If you haven't been out to Atlantic Extreme, they have in the winter, in the summer, their pro shop. They've got a bathroom, a shower that you can use, a small kitchen, couches. They have pizza that you can get ordered and picked up right down the street super quick. All the amenities of home. And if you're playing in the winter or you're playing in a cold morning, you can go in, you can warm up, you can dry off, change your stuff, and never have I seen anything like it. And it's wonderful because they're so hospitable and nice that just makes you want to go back as much as possible.
For real, honestly, they have the best staging area. The field is very interesting. That trench is
It is a tiny, cramped little field, and I mean that in sense of you are on top of each other at all times. Somebody's
there's no
looking at
downtime.
you.
There's no like you're never hunting for a firefight in their field, right? Which is fantastic. I love that. I love that I can just kind of go and I find a fight, right? So I find a way to get into some trouble. And then the train is, of course, scary as hell. Everybody wants to get into the train, but once they're in it, they're just like, "Oh no, I don't want to do this anymore."
Yeah, yeah. When you're in, if, the golden eye generation remembers the train,
Right?
and that was the feeling I got when I was running through it.
Yeah.
And I went from being like, "This is so cool," to being like,
Oh shit.
"Shit!" Like, oh, someone gonna hurt me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's not a fear of getting hit with a paintball. There is a legitimate fear of
Moist.
getting injured in that train, right? Like if somebody fucks up, you could get seriously hurt.
That's why you sign a waiver, motherfucker.
No, that's what I mean. It's just that, and like if you're gonna play in the train, keep a cool head and don't shoot somebody in the side of the head because they walked past your compartment. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not making any promises.
so just wait for them to walk by and then
I
shoot
won't
them in
do
the
it.
back.
Yes, in the back, like in the ass cheek.
Whatever.
That is my one guilty pleasure is if I get behind somebody, I'm gonna shoot them in the ass. I'm
That's
gonna
fine.
aim
I
for
would-
the ass.
I
I
would-
might hit them in the lower back, but I am genuinely going to aim for like the squishy spots back here, or I'm gonna aim for your ass because that is where I know if I shoot you, it don't matter what you do, you are gonna fucking jump, and that's what
Just
I
don't
want.
shoot
I
me in the
want-
love handle. That's all I ask.
I'm gonna aim at your ass, and if you move, it's not my fault.
There you go. That's fair. So yeah, so we'll be able to play there a couple of times, and hopefully with this, like I said, with this new gig, I might actually be able to play.
Well, I think with the whole new situations, night AJ, we're gonna be able to get out a little more. We are so remiss. There are fields we have to get to. Like goddamn Spike's gonna kill me. Like I keep telling them I got to get out there, and I really want to. I got to get over to that island.
Same. I think we're too late now, but
Oh yeah, we're too late now. But
like beginning of next year, like I said, this new gig, everything's gonna line up. My life
Well,
is
you'll
gonna
be
be a little
on-
bit more.
yeah, you're finishing school.
I'm gonna be finishing. Well, I start my work placement in February, so that's something I got to figure out with the new job.
Yeah, my house is on fire, and if the turnaround time is anyways, we were over that. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be okay. Everything is gonna kind of get a little less fucky around here,
Yeah.
which would be nice.
Yeah, I think both our lives are finally gonna settle, and we'll be able to enjoy ourselves once again. It's just gonna take some time,
Always does.
right? At least through the winter, there's no stress of like having to get out and play and want it. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
Till about it usually hits me around my birthday. Around the end of February, I start to fucking like.
I get cabin fever, man.
start to-
Like that's when I'm sick of winter. Right near the end
Yeah.
of February, I'm like, okay, I'm bored of this shit. Let's move on. Right, get me some warm weather. Let's rock and roll. So, yeah, I want
Yep.
because like, oh, winter is gonna be a treat for me this year because now it's gonna be like I got to get the kids up, I got to get the little one bundled up, I got to get the less little one bundled up, and I got to get them both in the car and got to get them to school in Ormocto in the morning, and then, yeah,
Yep. Oh, I understand. Tonight was come see my school. So I picked up the Starman. We saw his school, which I mean I've seen for a couple times, but I get to meet his teachers and do all that shit.
oh, fun.
So he was very happy about that. I'm gonna go upstairs and eat some more of that beef rice, sweet and spicy beef rice I made. It's very delicious.
I like
Again,
it.
food. It's what the winter becomes, guys. We talk about food and movies. Occasionally paintball if some news happens. But guess what? Paintball's pretty fucking boring in the old Maritimes here in the winter. But that's okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
'Cause we just enjoy everybody coming out and visiting us. It's so nice.
No, we really do. That's really what the point of it is. What was I gonna
Stu?
say? Oh, you got used as an example. Speaking of like the school, you got used as an example today.
Oh
Because
God.
the intern here was talking about how some of the kids at school were putting the soap on their hands and then putting handprints on the mirrors.
Little bastards.
And I
Soap
told
in my mirrors.
and I
Soap in my mirrors.
so I told him, I said, Tom, Mr. Tom, and he's just like, yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, he cleans schools for a job, like I clean hotels. Uh-huh. And he was like, and I don't think Tom would like it very much if somebody was putting handprints on the mirrors that he has to clean. So we're like, when you see somebody doing that, you should tell them that it's not the right thing to do.
What I'd like Grayson to do is to go and use that soap, get a good coating on it, and haul off and slap the little fucker. I mean, it's not the right thing to do, Grayson. Christ.
Yeah.
Fucking kids. Actually, I'm super lucky with the savages that I have to clean up after the inmates are pretty well behaved.
Oh,
They
good.
are at an institution. They're inmates.
Yep. Yep.
Teachers are screws.
They're locked
the
in.
wardens at the principal.
They can't get out until they're allowed.
They have fucking lockdown drills, homie.
Oh, God, I hate
That's
that.
some fucked up shit.
I'm not.
We're doing a lockdown drill. I'm like, fuck. Go
to-
find my closet, lock myself in my closet. Wait for the buzzer to go off. I'm like, all right, cool. Lockdown drill. Like, awful that has to happen, but it's gotta happen.
Yeah, my high school did them. They would come over the PA and they would say something like it was always purple lunchbox. It would be we've found a purple lunchbox. Someone could come to the office for your purple lunchbox. And that was the code word for a lockdown. We'd all lock down. I hate the world we live in now.
Yeah, we didn't do that when I was in school, fortunately.
Yeah.
And on that depressing bombshell.
Yeah. Well,
But the
I'm
happy
losing
news
my
is
voice.
he's losing his voice. I'm spacing out. It's been a long week, but guess what? 2 weeks, baby. CMC. We expect you there. We will be starting at 10 a.m. sharp. There is no fuckery with the CMC. The first game, the whistle will be at 10 a.m. By the way, if 2 men are on the field at this time the game starts, guess what happens? Game starts.
Mm-hmm.
We don't wait. There is no fucking around. I've seen it's something that I hate seeing. If you've got 4 guys in the field and the buzzer goes, tear ass. It's a 5-man. You're fucked. So be there. Be square. Registration will be, get your ass in gear. We start at 10, so I want to see everybody there by 9, no later. Get this shit on the road.
Yep. You guys will figure it. If this is your first time, you'll figure it out probably by the 3rd or 4th game that it's fucking move. We move through this shit. Last time we did it, we were moving so quickly and so efficiently, we actually decided halfway through the day, we're going to run the round robin again.
Yeah, we had enough time that we were able to run it again and run the second bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Because fuck it. We had time. Mm-hmm. There's nothing worse. And you guys will get it. I can't wait. This is going to be fucking awesome.
Yep.
So
folks,
on that bombshell, we'll see you soon. Thank you all for listening, visiting us, liking us, sharing us, subscribing to us, telling your friends, telling your dog. I don't know what they do when time's not going on, man. Fucking dogs. Maybe listening to this podcast.
Maybe.
Do them
Never
a
know.
favor. Blair, there's still 4 people left, and we appreciate you, buddy. I really do. Grace, you sound like me.
I wish. That's it, folks. We're out of here. Like Tom said, thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and hanging out with us. Please, folks, if you could, leave us a review on whatever app you're listening to us, Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, or whatever. It actually does help. We do get emails when you put in a review, so that is super cool. Tell your friends and everything like that. And if you were planning on going to the CMC, if you have any questions whatsoever, please just shoot me a message or shoot the page message or whatever, and we're, I'll answer all your questions. But that's it. We're out of here. Until next week. Cheers.
Peace.